Bulletcast for life.
Doggy Charles. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. The microphone messiah. Yeah. It's the microphone messiah. And Mr. No Days Off. Microphone messiah. Mr. No Days Off. Phil, Brandon, what's good, y'all? Let's go. Bulletcast host. Look, this is the time for us to be great on podcasts. Let you know this is the time and how the vibe lasts. This is the feeling of time and when we on it. You know we got no time for no opponent, just the feeling.
Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, the microphone messiah, Phillip Antwine. I'm not by myself this week. This is great. I have Marlee, the new recurring cast member, is with us. Woohoo! Yeah.
Here to finish my story.
There you go. I love to see it. I love to hear it. And we have a guy whose story is long past. It's over, just like the A's. Brandon Tanguma, what's up?
Wow, not too much on the A's.
Phillip, that was unnecessary. But I'm back.
You're not being here last week.
After like 378 episodes of just talking nonsense and going on nonstop, my voice just couldn't take it anymore. So I literally could like not talk. So, but I'm back and better than ever. Shout out to Eric Bischoff.
Not the Eric Bischoff.
That's insane.
I'm back and I'm better than ever. I love it. Yeah, man, we back. We back with it. Blood Money in the Sand 10. That's the name of this one. Here we go. A lot to talk about. We're gonna bump and feed through this. Minneapolis is getting a 2-night SummerSlam, August 1st and 2nd in 2026. WWE has never announced an event this far ahead in advance. I guess this is a make good for Minneapolis not getting WrestleMania next year. Obviously, we know it's going to be April 19th.
Or Minneapolis. I don't know why you're adding an extra N in there.
Minneapolis. Don't correct me. I'll kick you off this show.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. You'll be on this high, and then you'll go to another company and just poo-poo your career. It's like,
I mean, I don't think there's really a career to poo-poo anyways, but
it's like going from WWE to AEW. Anyway, moving on. Yes, Minneapolis is getting a 2-night SummerSlam. Make good for, WrestleMania not being there next year. We don't even know where SummerSlam 2025 is going to be. But yeah, this is big news.
Big news. Like you said, 2 nights of SummerSlam, which, I mean, I get it. It's all about the money. If you can squeeze two shows out of people, then make your money, boo-boo. I'm not the biggest fan of it. First, it's WrestleMania, which is understandable because those WrestleMania shows are going on forever. Now it's SummerSlam, and I'm waiting for a 2-night WrestleMania or Royal Rumble where the men event one night and the women main event another night.
I was thinking, yeah, that would be the way to go. Marlee, what are your teas? What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I think that the 2-night thing only works for WrestleMania. It's kind of dumb with SummerSlam, but I get it. WWE is shifting into a new era where they're trying to be taken seriously as a sport, and so they just got to do what they got to do to make money. But sometimes some things can stay in the writers' room, in the conference room.
A new era. I didn't know they were doing that.
I guess the Triple H era, things are changing. It's not the WWE I started watching back in 2009.
No, it's not the WWE I started watching back in the day either. Yeah, so this is interesting. We'll see what comes more of that. All Out has been moved to September 7th. Are they still in Chicago?
Yep, just moving it back 1 week. They were going to do the back-to-back shows like they did last year with All In and All Out, but giving a little bit of rest, not running on a holiday weekend, going back to a September 7th, which I think is probably for the best. We did this last year. It was kind of a weird time of just kind of getting back-to-back shows and people were probably confused. I think people still going to be confused, but giving it just a little bit of breathing room is probably better.
To run in Chicago without CM Punk, I just feel it's
Yeah, it's weird.
No company can ever run in Chicago unless they have CM Punk on their roster.
Oh, the Indies can. I'm just talking about the company that fired him in Chicago shouldn't do that. Or well, he quit, but yeah, here we are. You know
You
what I
can't
mean.
fire me. I quit.
No, you're fired. Anyway, it is the 25-year anniversary of Owen Hart's death. We did a damn, that was 5 years ago now. Jesus, we did an Owen Hart thing for the 20th anniversary, and then I got some notifications, bro. 5 years ago, we were in Vegas for the first Double or Nothing.
Yep. How time flies.
How time flies, and here we are.
Still here talking about Owen Hart tragically passing away.
Yes,
But
yes,
I mean, you guys know I've been meandering through the Attitude Era, and so I finally got through the this part of '99, and it's definitely a tough scene. You know, if you go to the network or Peacock, it's very heavily edited, so you're obviously not going to see like the full thing that they really showed on the airwaves. But it was a shocking, a terrible time. Kind of did a little deep dive into it at that time. There's plenty of stuff out there if you guys want to learn more about it. But I mean, it's sad. He was someone who had immense talent, and it was he was taken way too soon.
absolutely. Marlee, any thoughts about Owen Hart? He was not a nugget. He had a black heart.
That was that's a hard watch, that pay-per-view. I don't think
Yes.
I've ever been able to like finish it all the way because it's like watching a movie and you know what's coming and you kind of just skip it. But he was underrated. He's got a couple of my like I have a list of my favorite matches of all time and he makes a couple appearances on there.
Absolutely. Enough is enough, and it's time for a change. Owen Hart being the spotlight of the nation back in the day. Love it. Yeah, Owen Hart. I mean, everybody talks about the dream matches that could have happened. Him and Daniel Bryan, him and Kurt Angle actually did happen, but which a lot of people don't know about. It was a dark match. But yeah, R.I.P. to Owen Hart. One of the best to ever do it. Fan mail. We only have one. Dan, a buddy of mine told me about this thread of the worst WWE matches. Would you guys be interested in doing a review of them and finding the good in each one of these matches?
You know, we haven't done a watch along in some time, Philip.
Okay, let me hit the thread. Oh, the thumbnail is DX versus the Brothers of Destruction in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, that was terrible. Just
Michael Cole versus Jerry Lawler, WrestleMania 27. The Fiend versus Seth
keep that on
Rollins,
there.
Hell in the Cell. Lesnar and Reigns at 34 wasn't bad. It was people think it's bad because the internet wants you to, and they were hating Roman at that time. If you actually just sit down and really watch the match, it's decent. It's not bad. Then you have Roman and Taker at 33. Alexa Bliss versus Eva Marie at SummerSlam.
Oh, that happened?
I do not remember that, so now I want to go watch it.
This
That
must have been a
explains why it's on
pandemic.
the list.
Because so far, all those matches I vividly remember.
Oh,
for that one.
Jay and Jimmy at WrestleMania. The Undertaker versus Goldberg. First time ever. It's Super Show.
I mean, you can basically go like any Undertaker Saudi Arabia match is not going to be very good. And there was definitely, he had that streak. I think like weren't those almost back to back, the tag team match and the Goldberg match. So yeah, those weren't good times. Was that like 2017, 2018?
You know what? We will watch those and we will try to find the good in them. Yes, we will do that. All right. Moving on from that, let's get into it. SmackDown. Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul have their contract signing. Logan Paul rips up the contract and brings out his. He said, I never agreed to have my title on the line. So in Saudi Arabia, King and Queen of the Ring, the PLE, it will be only for the undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. Marlee, what are your thoughts?
I think it's a good match. I think it's a good matchup. I have my reservations about Logan Paul, but what else? Who else is really able to challenge Cody until they finish the King of the Ring? Like it's Saudi Arabia too, so they're gonna do what brings the most money, and of course, Logan Paul, Cody Rhodes is gonna be a draw.
Yeah, I mean, I like how Cody. They're in Jacksonville. And obviously, he makes a reference. I love Jacksonville. Wink, wink at AEW. But he brings up the history there. The first. That wasn't the first War Games, but what you call it? Stinger Squadron versus the Deadly Alliance and all that other stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting. We kind of know the result and whatever, but it should be something.
Yeah, I mean,
That'd be a good
a
match.
little dumb that's just like one title on the line, but then that also just very foreshadows what's going to happen, which you already thought was going to happen regardless of Cody winning. But I think it would be a good match. But I think we've seen a little bit of Cody's momentum stunted a little bit of kind of this month-to-month challenger. He hasn't like been able to like really sink his teeth into anything. Hopefully, going to SummerSlam, that's not the case.
Plus, I think it puts the United States title on like a big stage because I see it like at Backlash when Jade and Bianca won the women's tag team titles and it made it seem like a big deal. I feel like this is a way to make the United States title seem like a big deal as well too.
Elevated, have it in a main event caliber spot. Logan Paul and LA Knight came face to face, so hopefully that happens at SummerSlam. I'd be down. I'd be down for that. Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax beats Jade Cargill via disqualification. Nia got in Jade's daughter's face. Jade retaliated with a chair. Jade Cargill getting her first loss in WWE.
Uncle Howdy set to do.
Uncle Howdy, what's Uncle Howdy doing these days?
The Uncle Howdy stuff has been picking up, man. What you call it?
Getting announcers of acknowledging it.
He took over the Twitch,
Yeah,
apparently.
like a 55-minute Twitch video was up and a lady just reading, and then all these QR codes and everything. And there's like the article with the news reporter, Wendy Lucho. I think that's the name. But if you mix around the letters, it's Uncle Howdy. So it's just a lot's going on, and the date that everybody's getting out of this code is 5/25/24, which is the date of King Queen of the Ring. It's also the date of a lot of other events we're going to talk about later on. Yeah. So Uncle Howdy's doing some stuff, man. This is something.
Howdy, Uncle Howdy.
Right. But yes, Nia Jax advancing.
Yeah, I mean, I think people thought maybe Jade could have won, but also saving the Jade Bianca match for later down the line definitely does make sense. Nia getting switched over to SmackDown, kind of building her up a little bit to be kind of that monster heel for Bayley or whoever else is going to take her down. So it makes sense for her to. I mean, we'll get into the predictions of Nia possibly winning it, and you had to get. Jade's got to lose eventually, and she got a disqualification. If you're going to have to do it of her or Bianca, Jade's character kind of seems more apt to kind of, lose her temper and hit Nia with a chair compared to Bianca.
And then I saw something this morning that Triple H says whoever wins King and Queen of the Ring get a guaranteed title shot at SummerSlam, I believe. But they get a guaranteed title shot.
Yes, for the respective brands. So that's going to be something very interesting moving forward. Inside the ring, Sexy Red will be on NXT.
Listen, I'm watching NXT right now, and the graphic just came up.
Ski, when you see
I'll show Sexy Red. She tweeted out the exact same tweet on Monday saying she's going to be on NXT. So either her or her publicist, messed up on that one. She literally sent the exact same tweet she sent on Tuesday. On Monday, that got deleted.
Bruh, so
it's almost like these celebrities just have publicists and have scheduled tweets.
I mean, I got a social media manager. My posts are scheduled, so I'm really out here with that. Yeah. She gonna have a segment with Trick Williams?
If they don't do a metaphor segment with Sexy Red, then what has this all been for?
Bruh, what or is she gonna rap with Nikita Lyons? Nikita Lyons makes music.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
Beautiful music.
Oh, that's news to me. That's not even shade. That's just genuine news to me.
Oh man. Fatu flaming chair. Journey Fatu has been making the rounds.
That was crazy.
He made World Star, flaming chair. Him and Hoodfoot lighting up a chair, blasting it with lighter fluid, and smacking that boy Otis on the dome. Boy's head was on fire for a minute. Like, wow. Yeah. That's how Circle 6 gets down in Houston, man. That's how they do it. All right. Julia has a fractured wrist. She will be out for a significant amount of time.
Yeah, Marigold had their first show. I believe WWE. I don't know if it's WWE exactly, but I think like EO and Kyrie and Tozawa sent some flowers. So some WWE representation on the show. And Julia fractures her wrist, so she seems to be out till possibly late June, July-ish. apparently her scheduled debut for NXT was supposed to be like at Heat Wave. So that's
Yeah.
kind of up in the air at the moment. So we'll have to wait and see what's going on with her.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
supposed to face Roxanne for the title, I think.
Yeah, so I I mean, finishing up her contractual obligations. Well, T's and P's, hope she gets better. Steve Borton Jr. begins training. That's the son of Sting. He was the one that was dressed up as Wolfpack Sting at Sting's farewell. Sting will be at Stockton Con July 13th.
Get tickets now.
Yes, get your tickets now. Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be something. Congrats to him making the journey. Raw, Gunther defeats Jey Uso. Gunther securing his spot in the finals of King of the Ring. Have you guys seen these crowns? Have you seen the ice on these crowns?
Yeah, when I was watching Raw yesterday, these are some nice crowns.
I mean, this
They
is,
really put the money behind it this year.
I know, we're doing $1 billion business, of course. Of course,
Swarovski crystals or whatever they call it.
we have to do this. We have to have the ice on these crowns. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Yeah. Chad Gable finally got a win over Sami Zayn. Thoughts?
You know, a little
Gable?
bit of little help.
Well, sure, a little help, but still, I mean, finally got the win ski.
He's also doing some really good heel work. I like this new Chad Gable.
Yes. I do too. Slapping Otis, he was still seen with the Creed brothers, so I'm sure that's still to come. Yeah. All right. Well, should we just get into it? Should we just get into all that's happening here?
Ski.
Bow, 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 bow.
Brent, I feel like you're a Sexy Red fan.
I love Sexy Red. I was listening to Hellcat SRT yesterday. You don't think I know? I know.
Brandon knows. Not too
It's
much on
Hood's
Brandon. He
hottest
knows.
princess.
Brandon be out here shaking that ass. You out here shaking ass, Brandon?
On the daily.
Okay.
He said, F my baby daddy for real.
Wow. You and Dominic having trouble, is that it?
Yeah. He left me.
Well, yeah, didn't he move away?
Exactly.
Oh, terrible. All right. Moving on from that. King and Queen of the Ring predictions. Laya Valkyria will face the winner of either Bianca Belair or Nia Jax. Obviously, like we just said, whoever wins the respective tournaments will get a championship match at SummerSlam for their respective titles, for the respective brands' titles. I'm going with Nia Jax. She's gonna beat Bianca, then she's gonna go on to beat Laya Valkyria, then she's gonna go to SummerSlam and wrestle Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship. I'm going Nia Jax. Yeah.
I don't hate that pick.
I'm kind of torn because I like Lyra, and I don't see Bianca advancing, so I'm kind of torn between Nia and Lyra.
I feel like, Jade, she might still be upset at Nia for what she did to her daughter, that might, cost Bianca the match. And then there's kind of like that little, like, hey, wait, between them, you know what I'm saying? Like the little, like, hey, the first little riffle in the power in the team. Do they have a name? They don't have a name yet, huh?
I don't think they do. No, they don't. They don't.
They don't. I feel like we should get a name. I don't know. Somebody email us a name. We'll see what's up. Brandon, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm with Marlee. I think it's either Nia or Lyra. They've been pushing Lyra, not hard, but they've been pushing her in recent weeks. That it still hasn't like really come to fruition. Crowds weren't really receptive to her in that EO match this week, which I thought was pretty good, but just the crowd kind of sat on their hands for a little bit. They've been, pushing her relationship with Becky, and if it is going to SummerSlam, I think the if you're gonna do like the typical queen gimmick of flaunting it, Nia suits it perfectly. But I think Lyra possibly winning this and then facing Becky at SummerSlam makes sense. So I'll go with Lyra, even though I'm not super confident in that.
Okay. Well, Becky may not be the champ at SummerSlam. We don't know that. Becky Lynch defends the WWE Women's World Title against Liv Morgan. You only live once. I need Liv Morgan to win the Women's World Championship by the time Rhea Ripley comes back. Rhea Ripley's blowing up the internet because of the photo she has with Buddy Murphy. Yeah. So I need Liv to win this title. I need her to get Dominic. I need her to kind of have it all. So mommy can come and wreak havoc and take it back. Yeah.
This match feels kind of cold for how much they've kind of put into it. Becky's not getting the response she's normally getting. Liv. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Liv. I mean, you sent me the thing about how she's the Dallas Cowboys of WWE, and I think she's kind of bearing out right now. She's getting an opportunity, and yet I don't think it's really paying off.
Look, it seems cold because of all the ice that's on these crowns at this PLE. So everything just kind of seems like it's in a cold simmer. It's lukewarm. It's not. It's really hot, but because of the ice on the crowns. See what I'm saying? Marlee, you understand what I'm saying?
The Dallas Cowboys of WWE is in an insane sentence, first of all.
It's
That's an insane sentence. But I agree. I think Liv should take the title off Becky because they're planting the seeds for Liv to take over Judgment Day. Because on Raw, I think in in the background of one of the segments, she came out of a car with Finn too. So it's not just Dom. So I think they're planting seed because Liv has been saying she's coming for everything that Rhea has. So that means Judgment Day. That means her titles. So I think that personally, we have seen enough of Becky and Rhea. I think it's time for the Liv Rhea feud because Liv still needs to get her lick back from when Rhea put her out on the show.
Yeah, she's gonna take the title and her man. Duh.
Exactly.
I'll snatch your man, or what's the song? I'll take your man right out the box. Where's that from? What movie is that from, Brandon?
Well, it's not a Sexy Red song, so I don't know.
I didn't hear one knocked loose bark.
Wow. This guy. All right, we'll move on. We gotta move. Is the Intercontinental Championship Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed? I think by hook or by crook, Sami Zayn still walks out the Intercontinental Champion.
Agreed. And I don't want them to blow the Otis load right now. I think you still let it wait just a little bit.
Pause.
No pause. Straight through. Big load.
Not even a resume. Just keep going.
Yep. Keep on going through the big load. What? Marlee, what do you think about this match?
I
got distracted because they showed the Sexy Red graphic on NXT again. I can't believe that's real.
This shit's really happening, bro. You know what? Next week's show, we're just gonna talk about Sexy Red on NXT. That's the whole.
I think Sammy's gonna win because I feel like I don't want to say it's too soon for Chad Gable to win the title, but I feel like they should do the transition from Alpha Academy to this heel stable with the Creed brothers before Chad Gable touches some gold. So I think Sami Zayn should definitely retain. I personally don't know why Bronson Reed is there, if I'm being honest.
I feel like, the Creed brothers help Chad win the title, and then he officially breaks off at Alpha Academy. No, they helped me. You guys didn't. We're through. And then he can feud with Otis real quick, give Otis a nice upper mid card thing to do real fast. Chad beats him and he moves on.
Because even on Raw, I was kind of watching it because it was background noise, but Chad sent Maxine and Otis to the back because they wouldn't help him cheat.
Yeah. All right. It's for the King of the Ring. Gunther versus either Randy Orton or Tama Tonga. Now, once Triple H announced that somebody's getting a title match at SummerSlam, I've already seen the Cody and Randy graphics coming. Look.
They have to do that. That's a callback to Legacy. That's effed up if they don't need those Legacy callbacks.
It'll happen eventually, but I mean, Gunther wins the King of the Ring, and then
True Clash of the Castle is coming up.
Gunther wins that King of the Ring, and then he gets the opportunity. He faced. Could you imagine Gunther versus Drew one more time?
That Clash of the Castle.
SummerSlam, and then Gunther walks into Bash in Berlin.
Ooh, yep.
Yeah. I think that'd be something. So I got Gunther. Gunther, I read your lips. Okay, Brandon. All right.
Gunther.
All right. For the undisputed WWE title, Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's going to be in the
Cody.
prime bottle this time?
Because if I can't talk. SummerSlam is in Logan's hometown, so he can do that at SummerSlam. He can do all that at SummerSlam.
I heard this theory from Sam Roberts. Shout out Sam Roberts. He just had 500 weeks, 500 consecutive weeks. Shout out. We hope to be there one day. What if Logan Paul won Money in the Bank, loses the U.S. title the LA Knight in SummerSlam, and then cashes in and wins the WWE Championship in Cleveland? People would be so mad. But I feel like Logan Paul's become the kind of guy where, like, he's probably going to win the title eventually, and you just kind of have to accept it. I feel like he doesn't feel like an outsider anymore. You know what I'm saying? Even though
that's like not right now.
Yeah, even though that's the story they keep going with, which I like how in his thing he was like, "Yeah, you're saying what the last guy said, and the guy before him, and I beat him." You know what I'm saying? So I like that. Now, Double or Nothing. We're just going to give our picks. Who's going to win? Orange Cassidy versus Trent. I got Cassidy.
Trent.
OC.
All right, Moxley to Takeshita, IWGP title. Moxley.
It's a eliminator match, Phillip. Come on, it's different.
Okay, Moxley or Takeshita?
Moxley. Damn, spicy, Phillip.
TNT Championship match, barbed wire, steel cage, Malachi Black and Copeland. Saw the Brood Edge or Brood Copeland's back, whatever. I'm gonna give it to Malachi. Why not?
I'm gonna give it to Copeland. I'm biased.
Copeland's gonna win just so Malachi can say he does jobs because everyone says he doesn't.
All right. FTW title. Jericho versus Hook versus Shibata. I got Jericho.
I got Hook.
All right.
Give me Jericho.
Anarchy in the Arena. Team AEW versus the Elite. I got the Elite.
A heel Hangman returns and helps the Elite.
All right. AEW Women's World Title. Toni Storm versus Serena Deeb. I got the Professor. Give me Serena Deeb all day.
Toni Storm.
All right.
Toni Storm.
Gee, bro, just say your pick. Jesus. TBS title.
Make it dramatic.
TBS title. Nightingale versus Monet. I got Willow.
Monet.
Yeah, this can go either way, but I'm going with Willow.
All right. International title. Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay. What? Roderick Strong.
Mr. William Ospreay.
Roderick Strong.
All right. AEW World title. Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage. I love Christian Cage. If he won, I would not be mad, but I'm going to go Swerve.
Swerve. Shout out Prince Nana's back. Love to see that.
Ooh, Nana, look what you done started.
Swerve.
Swerve.
Need to try Prince Nana coffee at some point, but
Swerve. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, big shows going on this weekend. Let's go into it. Oasis Pro presents Go Time, 7 p.m. Gilman Brewery. You'll see Alpha Zoe versus El Mago. Oasis coaches going at it. Surza versus Loverboy Leo. Los Ricos versus OCAC. You'll also see SPS getting back together. Juicy's first match back at Oasis in a very long time versus Shake and Bake. Victor Von Richter, Lida J, and another gentleman. And then what you got? I can't see this. AJ Hernandez versus. I can't read that name. I'm looking at the graphic where they're all bunched up in one. There we go. AJ Hernandez versus Jay Almighty, and then of course, PJ Laurier and King Gaio versus the Melanin Mafia. You guys see the short? Huh?
Cinema.
You see it, Brandon? Huh?
Cinema.
Damn. Just gonna say it like
Melanin
that.
Mafia makes movies.
Yeah, we don't just wrestle; we make movies. Hello. All right. Also, UGWA is this Saturday. /Palooza, Boss Man's birthday. We got a lot of matches. Jin Savani versus Tania. You'll see DJ Fresh versus Nick Xander for the Gatekeeper title. Alex Ace versus Alpha Zoe. Zara Zachar versus Chris Nasty versus Vinny Pacifico versus Midas Creed. And then main event will be a rematch. It will be Johnny Fatu defending the UGWA title against Anton Voorhees and Jordan Cruz, plus much more. I will be at both shows, so say what's up if you see me.
But the rare time I won't be at either show because I have a prior production commitment.
It's okay. The Mafia was together last night. We were in effect.
We'll be in effect at the next one.
Yeah, so we might be in effect at a big time wrestling.
Oh, good to know. Good to know.
We might pull up.
It's gonna be absolute, ain't it?
Yep, absolutely. Thank you guys so much. As always, be safe and stay dangerous. Yes, sir.
Great on podcast, let you know this is the time and how the vibe lasts. This is the feeling of time and where we on it. You know we got no time for no opponent, it's the feeling. This is the time of the greats on everything that we say. You know we about getting paid. Every opinion of wrestling, you know we got the truth in it. Every time you know that we on, this is the movement. You know the Bullet Pass podcast been on. You know the time we on, the feeling. This is the time of dealing. We living life of everything that we feel is moving right. West Coast, you know we moving on. Metaphor Messiah, microphone Messiah. You know the down to the wire. Mr. No Days Off. This is the feeling. Know what we dealing. Let's get it on. Yeah, it's the Bullet Cast. Microphone Messiah. Mr. No Days Off.
This has been the Bulletcast. Thank you for listening.